What's up, guys? Welcome to the Rumbling Man channel. This video today, we're going to be checking out these nickel-plated steel Nanoweb coated bass strings by Elixir Strings. Stay tuned. They sound pretty cool, really cool rock sound they've got. Some nice brightness to them, but not too bright. I'm Rumbling Man. Thanks for being here on the Rumbling Man channel today. Do me a favor, go on and hit subscribe if you're a bass or guitar player, because we've got a lot of cool stuff going on. We have tutorials and things of that nature, but even more than that, we have gear reviews, we have giveaways coming up, all kinds of stuff. So speaking of awesome brands, I want to give a shout out to Elixir Strings. I don't have any kind of endorsement with Elixir, but I had a really good customer service experience with them recently, in which we both kind of helped each other out with a shipping matter, and they were really kind and really cool to hook me up. So definitely a great company with excellent customer service, really nice people, and they will make sure you're taken care of, and they'll say to it that that you love their products. So big thank you to Elixir. And my review of these strings today is going to be 100% unbiased. Back when I was in the Pacific Northwest, Elixir strings were all I was using. Back then, I would refuse to use any bass strings but Elixirs. Now I've come a long way, and I've used a ton of bass strings, and I've used not every single product out there, but a whole lot of them. And so I'm learning more and more all the time, you know, what strings it is I like and what strings I want to recommend to you. So the question today is this. A brand new set of these strings can be a little pricey at around $35. So what we're asking ourselves today is it worth it? Is it worth spending that kind of money? Is this product so great that you should spend that kind of money on one of the most prestigious sets of strings out there? Well, let's check it out for a second, okay? I want to say this, you know, nickel-plated steel is great, and there's a lot of companies that I can recommend who make great, you know, nickel-plated steel bass strings. You know, MJC Ironworks makes a great set. You know, DR Strings makes a great set, and the Pure Blues. Elixir is certainly not to be underestimated, but here's the difference between Elixir and most of the products out there. Elixir, these are going to be coated bass strings, and these are going to be Elixir's signature Nanoweb coating. And I use Nanoweb coated strings for a lot of things. I use Elixir acoustic strings a lot. I use Elixir electric guitar strings a lot. But it's interesting, coated bass strings, you know, it's funny because you're so much less likely with bass strings to break a string than you are with guitar strings. So me personally, when I purchase a new set of bass strings, I usually go with something that's not coated, because it's going to have kind of a crisper sound to it, and it's going to have a lighter feel to it. I mean, notice that this is a light gauge, but they're 45 to 100. Most light gauge strings that I purchase are a lighter gauge than that. And I gotta say, these strings, to feel them with my hands, they don't feel very light to me. Like, playing this set of light gauge strings, I feel like I'm playing like a set of medium or heavy gauge strings, and I'm not really crazy about that. It could be the coating, it could be that the gauge is heavier than what I usually get. I don't really know. So to me, what these strings are really great for, where they really shine, is if you're gonna play with a pick and rock out, okay? And I love doing that with this set of strings. Check out this clip. So guys, obviously the verdict today, are they worth the money? That is going to be largely my opinion, because I can't say for you, all right, but I can give you my opinion, and we're going to check that out. These don't have just the kind of athletic quality that other strings have. I have another set of coated bass strings sitting in this room that I've been using a lot, which is the DR Strings Dragon Skin, and I love to play those strings. I believe they're also nickel-plated steel, and to me, they're a lot more flexible. They're a lot more friendly to the hands. They don't have that heavy killer feel to them. They're a lot more slap friendly, and they're still pick friendly. Like, I really like those strings. On this bass, I've currently got some MJC Ironworks strings, and they make incredible round wound strings, and those are uncoated strings, and I think they're great. These strings have been on this bass for 7 or 8 months now. So there are so many great options out there. So would I spend, the money on a set of Elixir strings when there are things out there that maybe cost a little less and that I like playing a little more? To me, it's not worth it. Don't get me wrong, I'm as big a fan of Elixir as the next guy. Honestly, when it comes to acoustic guitar strings, their acoustic polywebs are the only strings that I'll play. I use their strings a lot. I really do, for a lot of different things. And I'm really honored to use these bass strings today. But honestly, I've just found so many other strings out there I like more. So let me tell you what I think these strings would be good for. Okay, they feel really cool. The coating has a nice quality to it. It's nickel plated steel, so they're not going to be rough on your fingers. Steel is known for being a little rougher on your fingers. Nickel is known for being a little easier on your fingers. Steel is known for being very bright. Nickel is known for being very warm. So you marry the two together and you have steel strings that are nickel plated, then you're going to get easier on your fingers, but still bright enough to really kind of shine and zing through that mix. And that's a very, very cool thing. And there's certainly cool strings if that's what you're looking for. The texture on them absolutely feels great. They look nice. And I will tell you this. The one perk to spending the money is this set of strings, they're going to last you a lot longer than other sets of strings. So it could be argued that in the long run, this saves you money because you spend, a little more than you might usually spend, but you get a set of strings that you can keep on your bass for a year, and they probably wouldn't lose all that much brightness over the course of a year, and they would probably last and hold up for a really long time. But yeah, they're definitely cool strings, and don't get me wrong, it's a wonderful product. Just for me, it doesn't work because I play with a pick, but I don't just play with a pick. I play with fingers and I slap. I do it all. And I think for somebody who plays rock with a pick, I think it's really hard to go wrong with these strings. But I've just got a lot of strings that I like better. That said, of course these feel great. Of course they sound cool. Check them out. Hey, what do you got to lose by grabbing a set? Okay, so there's a link in the description of this video where you can go and grab some of these. However, if you're thinking, okay, Rumbling Man, well, what about some strings that you really like that I want to try? Well, I've got some links in the description of this video to some of those sets of strings as well. Some strings that I really like that I think you should check out. And by the way, that's nothing against Elixir. I love Elixir strings. Their electric guitar strings, acoustic guitar strings are amazing to me. And yes, their bass strings are fabulous, but honestly, not worth the money for me, might be worth the money for you, so check them out for yourself. As always, God bless you guys. I just want to say thanks for being here on the Rumbling Man channel today and for checking me out. Make sure you are subscribed, okay? We got cool things coming up, so do me a favor, if you got value out of this content today, if it kind of helped you in your search for strings and your opinion and your approach of Elixir, go on and smash that thumbs up button so that YouTube and Google will recommend my video in searches. And also do me a favor, make sure you're subscribed, make sure you hit that bell because we got giveaways coming coming up. We got cool things coming up, more string videos, bass and guitar demos. Oh man, all kinds of cool plans here. So make sure you stay tuned with me on the Rumbling Man channel. I'm unemployed right now. I'm self-employed. So Patreon is real important. If anyone would like to serve by supporting me on Patreon, you are welcome to do that, but there's never any pressure because I really just want you to enjoy the content here on the Rumbling Man channel. Okay, so guys, thanks so much for being with me today, and I will see you on the next video. Peace.